Yep.
Perfect. Hey, so how you doing?
No, I'm doing alright. Just, I don't know, just doing whatever. Fighting with my cats.
How many cats you got?
Two adults and three kittens.
Oh,
And they're all
nice,
terrorizers. So,
nice.
what's up? How you been?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I went through some upgrades yesterday,
hmm
but it helped me out. I mean, the outcome of it, I kind of learned like 5 or 7 different things that normally would take in the past would take me like maybe 5 years to learn or 1 year to learn. And one of them was also because one of them was also yours. It's kind of like I got a message, but it all started before anything, before all that happened. I think someone wrote on the chat about what they were going through, and then you kind of um, wrote back to them saying you were going through similar. And when I saw that, I got connected to that because you're a
Oh.
beautiful being, as in your heart is very beautiful. So that kind of touched me,
hmm
and I wanted to reach out. That
Oh.
was my physical self, my mental self, my mental ego. That is a teacher, wanted to reach out because I kind of counsel and advise and stuff like that. And then my higher self was like, hey, hold on, she got this. She's a god. I was like, okay, but it's Bianca, I was like, okay, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then after everything, I realized then something happened. It was like me from the higher self perspective wanted to show me in the physical uh, perspective something that I'd actually forgotten about. How it is, how it feels when you are in the eye of the storm. So it was kind of like I created a situation for myself to go through that process again and to actually understand it. That was one of the reasons I created that situation. There were other things that, they did for me, family wise, and many other things. But that was one of the reasons. And then I was like, oh, I'd totally forgotten this because I always feel like I'm in heaven. I always have this abundance of joy. I'm always, everyone's. And I come from that place, that perspective. That's why I'm able to uh, help other people, from that standpoint. But I realized that if I was even talking from that standpoint, whatever I would be saying would be a bit shallow. It would just be like some 4D, 5D, and then it wouldn't really connect because at that moment I'd forgotten how it felt, how it really felt to be at the eye of storm. So that experience came to me. So it happened yesterday, and it was a beach. If I went in that way, it was like it was crazy, but and wonderful at the same time. Such a beautiful outcome of it. I'm a different person from yesterday, but really, why I wanted to speak with you was to, I think I got the guidance, I got the information to share that experience with you. Um, Not only just to share it so you kind of just have one thing from the outside of that kind of experience. Another thing is the message, the information to let you know that you are highly supported and loved, and you already got this. You got this. Everything that you're doing is perfectly 100%, as you know already. But they wanted me to give that to you because it's a supportive statement, it's a supportive vibration to tell you you're doing 100%. You got it, you're doing it. And getting those supportive statements and vibration would help you, would kind of, enrich the strength that you already have. You know, going through whatever you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also an information from an angel that came to me that also helped me out, because I am writing this book about dreams, and there was a dream I had when I was with an angel, and there was this profound statement the angel gave to me that I forgot about, but then that came up. I'm like, oh my God, I just wrote that, because I started finishing the book. So I'm like, oh my God, I think it's Gabrielle, the feminine perspective of Archangel Gabriel. So I remember that, and that really helped me out, because I was dealing with the situation myself until I was doing okay, but it was still a bit heavy, until I got there. I'm like, oh my God, that vibration just helped me out. I just stayed in the eye of the storm in that way, and I switched everything, and I left it. And the next day, after the whole situation, I was still I'd actually just given up from whatever, and something that I knew was going to happen then happened. Everything just changed. It was as if I didn't even go through that. I didn't touch on that reality. I totally shifted, So I will tell you what that is, and I will give you my experience as well. Before I do that, how are you?
No, I'm good. I'm very intrigued right now. Interested. Other than that, I think I'm okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
My cats are being a distraction, but they're like climbing all over the damn place. They always do this whenever I'm on a video call with somebody. They're everywhere. Now he's getting on top of the damn bookcase and trying to get on top of my curtains, and he's gonna fall off and eat shit. God, man. Alright, fall. You're on your own.
They got themselves. They, especially their cats.
What if you hear a big bang? You know what it is.
Yeah, they're cool. They're practically spirit walking.
Yeah.
The cats. Yeah, so they're good. That's why I say they got 9 lives. So don't worry. They got
other than that,
8 more lives.
Yeah.
So that's all good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the word for you from the video. And then I will go ahead and give you my experience. Okay. For those within the core forefront and in the steep end at any moment, to picture and feel this experience as the most important and exciting moment that they would ever go through in their life. I can read that again.
Yeah.
So, for those within the core forefront and in the steep end, at any moment, to picture and feel this experience as the most important and exciting moment that they would ever go through in their life. So really, for anyone, if anyone finds themselves in the forefront of any situation, like a situation you would call the eye of the storm. Have you heard of that phrase before, where it's like, oh my God, what is going on here, and it's a crazy situation, and you're right there in the middle of it, like the steep end of it.
Yep.
That's what they're saying. They want you to picture, if you can, at that moment, just if you can shift, if you can just practice it, just take your mind off the physical illusion. I want to call it an illusion, but it really looks real when we're looking at everything that is happening. When you're feeling it, it feels so real. It is real because that's what it feels. But I want to just call it a physical illusion. If you can just take your mind off that for a second and switch the feeling of it, just and say, okay, this experience right now, what I'm going through right now, instead of me saying this is the most miserable, craziest thing, if I can say this is the most important thing in my life right now. So it kind of lets you zoom in and concentrate 100% within that experience. Like, this is the most important. You're not looking at anything else. You're just like focused on it 100%. This is the most important. And then shift it to being exciting. Even though it doesn't feel when you put in those words, this is the most important. It allows you to focus. And then the exciting part is you intend to change it. The exciting moment that you would ever go through in your life. So it's like it's everything. They're actually giving you a sample of what that could be, because it could be something happening, and then you're kind of like, irritated about it or something. So it's almost, they're giving you a sample of it, of what I'm saying. They're helping out. Don't get pissed off with them.
And this whole scenario, it's been going on too, this whole past 2 weeks. God, now the dogs want to bark.
How many dogs you got?
3. No, 1, 2. Yeah, 3. My mom's dogs. Now they want to bark. And then 5 cats, and then okay, but this whole thing with being in the eye of the storm has been happening this whole past 2 weeks, or almost this whole month. No, past all January until now. Kind of has been this situation.
So it's the beginning of the year. Since the start of the year. Okay. I would finish the rest of this.
Yeah.
Okay. To see this as so we're saying this situation is the most important one in your life. You're zooming in this, and you're lying to yourself now, because you don't feel that it's the most exciting. You can't always feel that when you're in that eye of the storm, but you're telling yourself, because every lie is a truth at the same time. Because fake it till you make it. That's how we live reality. That's how you shape reality. So you're actually telling yourself a different truth. So it's not really a lie. And it's also the most exciting moment that you would ever go through in your life. So you're making it the most important one. Forget about every other moment. It just makes you focus within that energy. When you focus within an energy and you just keep putting light to it, the energy changes. But if there are other things going on and they distract you from focusing totally in that energy, the energy stays and it continues until you can look at it, because you have to look at it 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So allow the moment to flow while being 100% in it and in love of it. So that's what you want to. You want to get yourself to say, okay, I don't want to say this situation has been happening for a month and it's like that. I want to say, I don't care how long it's happening, because I just love it. I want to focus. It's difficult to say when you feel what you feel, and it doesn't feel like that love, but you want it to feel like love. So you can prophesize that, you could vibrate that, you could say that, I love this. And what can support you and help you mean that is that the outcome of all situations is always favorable, going to serve you. The outcome is always great. The outcome will always work out. The outcome is always what you want. It's always, your higher self would not throw any situation at you that will be detrimental to you. This is a situation that you yourself have given yourself for your own growth. This is something you already know, because you've had past situations, you've overcome them, or you've transmutated them. You know that's how it works. It's not going to change now because it's 2016 or because it feels that way. Allow this moment to flow. Allow it to just take hold. Feel whatever you're feeling. Feel, okay, this doesn't feel good. But in your head, say, I know it doesn't feel good. That's why it's exciting. I know it doesn't feel good. That's why I love it. Because at the end of all this is the energy changing. The energy will change. The outcome will be flawless. The outcome will be the best thing that ever happened to you. The angel went on and told me that these can magically transform any moment into a high vibrational, happy and loving one. And I've been doing that since, I think that was 2 years, and it's never failed me.
Wow.
Never failed me. And see, because of that, my whole timeline shifted, where it's been a long time since I've been through a situation like that. I've always been in heaven because of, from that time when I started doing that, I transformed many things where I started living in some kind of heaven all the time. So that's why I forgot how it felt. And that's why I had to go through it yesterday to know how it felt. I had to create the eye of the storm for me. It was a big one for me, and I was like, whoa, I forgot how this thing felt. I felt, oh, I can just go there and speak to you or speak to the other person and say, hey, come on, be happy, it's nice, it's going to be that, it's going to be whatever. And that's because I didn't, no, it's not. It's not like that. It's not easy, It's not easy when you're feeling it. It's not easy. So I would tell you, it's not easy, but it can be simple.
Yeah.
It can be simple, and it can only be simple when you focus on it 100%. You have to focus on that energy 100%. Give it that 100% and say, okay, I'm here now. This is the most important thing now. I'm here now. I know how I feel, and I know how I want to feel. If you could switch to some other kind of do it, because this is what happened to me yesterday. I'll tell you my experience, and I'll tell you how I did not want to accept the reality that kept pulling me. Hey, come here, look at this might happen, this might happen. I'm like, no, I'm not going there. But it didn't feel good. Feeling that for like 1 second, I'm like, I'm not going there. I just think of something else. I just go look at something else, and I get my excitement. I'm just excited, and then that thing will come back again and say, hey, come here, I'm telling you to look at me. I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't want that reality.
Yeah.
Completely
resonates. Yep.
Until I looked at that reality, okay, this is how I feel, and then I allowed myself to be vulnerable. And then I had tears in my eyes. I had to cry it out. I said, okay, there's nothing else I can do. Okay, I'm here. What else you want me to do? I'm looking at it now. Okay, now it's there. So what else? What's the resolution? I know that the outcome is going to, so I said those things, the outcome is going to be great, but I don't see the point. Why am I doing this now? I mean, I've done all these things before. What lessons am I going to learn here? We're not meant to be, I'm here at higher self that, hey, we're not meant to be doing it in this way anymore. Where the hell are you? And it's like, hey, you set this up yourself, It's like, this is going to pan out. You would hear something. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be pissed off with anybody, because if I'm pissed off with anybody, I'm pissed off with myself, and I'm getting myself stuck. I know too much. I can't go back, and I cannot choose that reality because I know too much. The two ways I could go was either down or up. And I was choosing up, just as you're choosing up. And as you're choosing up, when you are supported, it helps you to stay there. And it helps that energy to transmutate very quickly. And it helps you to come out of the tunnel. And I think this is one of it. You might have other people that will support you in this way, but I just felt I had to come and just give you my own experience, and I'll tell you exactly what happened to me. Then we can go into specifics. Yesterday, my son, I think, okay, they were running a bath for my son, right? So I always take care of my son in the mornings and stuff like that. And sometimes I would, I could be on the phone and might have this walk or that, whatever, and he doesn't like that. So, because I'm taking away from his time, so, or he would want to play with the phone or, and, so the water was there, he was naked, running around. I with me. I just kept the phone somewhere, and he just went straight for the phone, and he just ran and threw it in the bath straight away. Boom! As if he knew exactly what he was doing. It's like, I'm gonna destroy that. That has a lot of time for me. So as he did that, I was like, I rarely shit my pants. So I just went in, took the phone out, boom. Started cleaning up the phone. I said, it's fine. Everyone saying, no, it's fine. Because I did not want to invite any reality that I did not want. I did not want to think of anything. Oh, what's here? I didn't care. I just, I've done that so many times. I've done times where my reality doesn't shake. I don't even go into a lower reality. But this one was different. Even though I stayed in that way, cleaned up the phone, I walked some out, let it dry a little bit, went back to the phone and tried to do stuff. That function did not work, so I wasn't able to open up the phone, and that's when that reality dawned on me to say, hey, you weren't looking at it, there's something wrong here. Because I just did not want to choose that. Then the reason I did not want to choose it, because I had files. I got files in my phone from years, and these are songs that are shit that are going to make a lot of money. If I go, I cannot. It's like, and I had not saved them. This was so huge that I just couldn't. It's like me losing my life or something. And I had to go through that. I had to go for that me losing something material. I had to, doesn't matter, I got me, and I knew all this stuff. I'm like, but I don't want this situation. I don't want to look, I don't want that. I said, well, you got to look at it. Why am I looking at it? Why is it happening? And I had to go through, okay, I cannot be pissed off with my son. However, I could feel another version of me in another timeline that got pissed off. So that feeling came up. I'm like, no, I'm not choosing this feeling, because I know how to choose feelings. But the feeling kept coming, so I know I have a lot of this energy. Not me being pissed off with my son, that was just once, and I was like, oh, a timeline, no, we're no longer that. And my loving son, I love him so much. I understood, hey, thank you so much, my son, for being my higher self, because I used him to do that for me, to teach me a lesson. I used him. He played a character. And I was so thankful, because I understood that. I knew I did that for myself. There's nobody that is in existence but you. There's only you in this universe. So I know I can't point a finger. So that was dealt with pretty easily. I was just facing myself. Like, why would I do that? Why would I give myself that experience? I could not understand it. The feeling, I'm like, why would I do that? It's too much. No. Now oh my God, I'm so happy I did it. But then, while at the eye of the storm, I could not. And I had so many quotes in my phone, like hundreds, that were meant to go on my website. And I'm like, these are quotes not for me. These are quotes for my clients, for people that have called for it. I didn't come up with it. My mind is too small to have that. That was channeled. I'm like, me, the physical one, I can't just stand to channel that again. I don't want to go for it. You know what I mean? So it was so deep. I was like, I cannot lose that. So I was like, okay, why would I give myself this experience? Why would I do it? I could not find the answer. I'm very connected to Archangel Michael. I have my guides. I'm like, Michael, what's up? help me here. You are on your own with this one. This is you and your higher self. You guys, you'll be fine. I'm like, what? Like, okay, I cannot hate on you as well because I have to love you. So I love you too. Because I looked up my other guide, Billy. It's like a Native American chief. I was like, Billy, what's up? Give me something here. And he's like, hey, yourself. I'm like, okay. So all of you are back out now. So I looked at my other guy. It's like called Apollo, my main guy. You know, I was like, dude, give me something. It was like, hey, it's the boss. It's like, it's me. I'm the boss. I'm the higher self. It's something I put by myself. So they're saying it's the boss. It's you. You set this up yourself. You will come through. You will pump. I'm like, I cannot but worry because of the, you know what I mean? So I was going through that, and I knew it was myself. They were there to support me, but this was something I had to deal myself. So I'm like, okay, higher self, I don't want this separation right now because a lot of the come my higher self, and I would advise people. But in this moment, I'm like, higher self, you would not feel what I'm feeling because, and higher self is like, but you're choosing to feel it. I'm like, but the energy is there calling me. I have to feel it. I'm like, no, you don't have to. I'm like, I know I don't have to, and I don't want to. So I feel like the higher self is feeling, but I'm like, okay, I am almost 85 right now, but I still don't know why we have done this, you know? So I kept asking the question, and it was really beating me. I was within that. I was trying to resolve that myself, and then more help started coming. And then that message came to me, the one I read to you. That came to me, and as soon as that came to me, I was almost like 60% okay. You know, I was really healing myself. And then once that message came to me, because I said I gotta forget about it, I gotta just let it go. The material stuff, more things will come. Even the people that this came for, if it has to go, it has to go. Then something else will come. I had to reach that level. Because I could not leave there. I could not let anything bother me at all. I'm like, I've worked too much. I've worked for years for this. I cannot go down. I tried to go down. It didn't feel well. You know, it doesn't fit my body anymore. So I can't leave there. I can't do that. So I have to stay here. I have to stay in this high vibration. But then I want a resolution right now because I do not want to wait. You know, so after reading that, everything just calmed down for me. I'm like, okay, I'm in the eye of the storm. I have to love this. I don't care. No more excuses, no more complaints, no more whatever. I don't care. Let the energy, whatever I want to feel, let the feeling come out. If I have to cry, I'll cry. After crying, I would love it. I would just stay in that space of love. I would understand that I've created this for myself, and I trust myself. I would not create something that would be detrimental for me at the end of the day. And I stayed there, and I got this joy. I just got this joy, this profoundness of joy just kept coming inside of me. Like, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I'm actually doing this. I got this joy. So fuck it, whatever. I don't care. Let it go. The phone, whatever, let it go. New ones would come, and I'm like, okay, go write this. I had to write some other parts of my book. I couldn't finish it in the beginning, and I'm like, now I want to go back and write. And like, okay, I'm lazy. And I allow that with the physical self. You don't have to do that. Someone else was asking me a question. I'm like, no questions today. I'm not answering nobody today because I got to be there for me. My physical self they started as a pissed off physical self, and then started feeling itself and understanding and drawing from itself the information that was there from the higher realm. Until I got to a point where, oh, that's fine. I was really happy about everything. I did not want to think of anything that would be detrimental. I did not want to think of the suggestions, oh, they're lost, this is that. There is magic. I've seen magic every time. I've seen magic a lot of the times. Miracles happen to me every day. I see it every time. It's a synchronicity. I know this stuff. And then my physical self, yeah, you know it, but you're not feeling it right now. I said, that's okay. What do you want me to do? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. So that's the thing about allow the moment to flow while being there 100%. Because what can I do? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's going to end. You cannot stay in one feeling forever. It's going to end. But if you stay in the feeling and you cut it off and you go somewhere else, it's still going to come back because it's not done yet. So I had to, yesterday, I don't know when I slept, like 2, I had to finish that. I had to go through with it. I did not want to leave any remnant of that energy. Cry, it was crying. I needed to cry. I cried. Whatever it was. But then after that, it's not like I'm holding on to the feeling. I'm just allowing it if it comes. But then if it's not there, I'm not going to look for it. I am going to look for a higher vibration. Oh, happiness, joy. Oh, nice. I'm watching something. Oh, and then if it comes again, I'm like, okay, whatever. My head is blank. There's nothing in my mind trying to say, oh, this and this, I'm trying to resolve it. There was no more resolution. I'm like, I got no resolution, but just to feel this thing and allow it to just leave me because I trust. So after doing all that, the next day comes, I'm still good. I'm like, oh, I don't even want to go there. It's resolved, whatever. Let the phone go, whatever. I don't care. I'm doing my stuff. I'm like, okay. From there, all the answers started coming to me. In the morning, I did not want to go to any technology. There were things I needed to do with my son that I said I would do before he was born. And I never really did it in that way. And then I saw it. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, if I had continued this way in the future, I would have felt guilty. I would have felt this. And that would have been I cannot hold that type of heavy vibration in the future. So that was one reason my higher self or myself made sure I did that now, just to get rid of that energy. Now I was like, oh my God, I did not see that coming. I'm like, I didn't see any point, but now I see one point, and then there was another point coming, and then there was the third point coming, and they were all just, I'm like, okay, cool. So I was just getting resolute, as in I was just getting teachings from teaching. I was just seeing points, like, oh my God. I'm like, and at this point, I had not actually even gone to the phone to say, hey, let me see if it's working. I just didn't care. I was just, living the life. I was just following my heart. I'm like, this time I'm not using my head. Whatever I feel like. I was doing gardening. I was doing up toys. I was just washing up the plates. Whatever I felt like doing, I was just following, because I'm like, I have no ego here. I have no mind here. I don't want to think. I just want to do stuff that makes me feel good. So I just kept doing stuff. I kept doing stuff, and until it got to about 3, and one thing, like a physical higher self or my physical self, hey, you can't run away from this now. You got to know now. You got to go check the phone now, because I put the phone somewhere and hoping, for it to kind of dry out, And so you got to check the phone now. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Something kept coming. Oh, you're gonna have to go outside to that Chinese store, and I'm like, no, head, stop thinking. I don't want that. And then I said, okay, I have to check the phone now because I've done everything. So this was about maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And before I checked the phone, I said, well, I've done everything. I don't care if the phone is bust or but it's there, so I kind of have to check it, And I said, Michael, you got me here. Okay, you got me, right? Cool. Billy, you got me. Hey, Apollo, hey, all of you come here and check it with me. I don't care what happens, but I have to do this anyway. And I just go there. I'm like, whatever. Just put the phone on, blah, kind of put everything in it and open it up, put it. As soon as I did that, right, I didn't even put the phone on. The phone came on itself. That was a good sign. But I did not want to care if there was good sign, bad sign. I just did not want to get into any polarity. I'm like, I'm good. Whether the phone works or not, I'm good. This is how magic happens, because I accepted everything. And the phone came on itself. I noticed it. I'm like, okay, whatever, continue. And then it got to the point where the phone was showing me, and there was something used to be in the center of the phone when the phone was working really, really fine. But when the phone got in water, that thing came down. So that thing got stuck down. So I looked at that thing. That thing is, to me, that thing signified the problem with the phone. So I saw that thing. So I'm like, and then the thing came, probably the phone. And then my guide Apollo was like, "Hey, illusion." I'm like, "Oh yeah, whatever. I don't care whether it's even illusion or whatever." I wasn't even taking it. I was like, "I don't care. I don't." I'm like, "Okay." And then the phone settled, and I was like, "Okay, time to kind of open it up." And then I just put the thing up, and it worked.
Yeah.
And it worked. Whoa! I'm like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
awesome.
outcome would be great. That the phone is working really, really well. The phone, it's like he got blessed in the water. There were things that I could do with the phone. Now I can do them.
Oh wow.
And that was the reality I said I wanted. I said, no, that's the way we want it. Higher self, man. I would never, that was then. Like, I would never forgive myself for that. But I cannot do that to myself. I trust myself. So I cannot separate myself and call a part of myself that I would never forgive you. It's like, it's stupid. Like, I will never forgive myself. Like, I can't even do that. So I had to be on that good place to know that this is magical. It's something I would shift a reality. I've shifted realities many times. So this will happen. It doesn't matter how heavy or that situation is, I can still shift reality. So I believe strongly in the outcome of it. I got the phone, all the things in there, all my messages, everything. I checked them. I was like, wow, they're still here. My songs, my life. It's like 2 years of my life I just got in a few hours.
Wow.
I should have gray hair right now. I should be 2 years older. From that. And then the one thing that I also got was that I needed to share this. I said I needed to share this with you. I needed to just support you in what you're doing because it's what you're doing. I understand you say thing has been dragging for about a month or so, and you're doing your best to stay in that high vibration, doing your best. But the situation, it doesn't feel like a high vibration when it comes to you, when you focus it. I cannot say what you're doing wrong or right. There's no wrong or right. There's just a situation. And the situation is there as long as it will be there for you to get what you're getting. And it's not it can never leave you in a detrimental point unless you say so. Because this is a situation you've created for yourself. I did not understand. I understood that, but I didn't feel it. So I was pissed because I couldn't feel it. But when I got the message from the angel, like when things go in this way, just be like that, and that is walked. It's always walked. So I stayed in that way, and the next day, magically, I got that resolution. So whatever it is that that is going through, that you're going through, the way you're dealing with it is perfect. And I was getting some kind of feeling from, because my people are your people. My people over there, they're your people. So when that was coming in, when I thought of you, that information was also coming, say, she's doing 100%. She just needs to, there's no need. It will be wonderful to support her, to let her know that she's doing that, even though she knows it. It's nice, just another energy saying that it just adds to what you got. That's all. It's not like you need to do something or do it in this way or you're not doing it right. None of all that bullshit. You're doing what you have to do to stay high vibrational as you are. You're doing great. You're God. You're a goddess or whatever they want to call it. You are. And they want you to know that. And they want you to know that the outcome would always be beautiful. I mean, if you are using different tools, you can add this one that I use. It's just one perspective. There are billions of perspectives that you could use, and it will work magic at the same time. But this is one. If you can love the situation, and even if it brings you down, some reality calls you, it's fine. If it's too deep, then don't go into it. What's the point of going into it? But you acknowledged it. You felt it maybe for 1 second. That's enough. That's good enough. That's what I felt. I did not choose it. I never chose it. I'm like, I'm not choosing this, even though I feel it. I'm not choosing it. I don't need to go into it in that way. I'm not choosing it. But when it brought me down, I went down and I fell down. I'm like, okay, I'm down. That's it. Nothing else in my head. to attach more to it. I'm just gonna deal with this down and okay, it's going. Has it gone yet? Is it gone yet? Are we there yet? That's what I was doing. Crying, okay, are we there yet? Am I done? Oh, it's done. All right, cool. Now I want to jump back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until that left me. My choice in my mind, and that's where your God, your I am will is. Your choice is to continue to be high vibrational because that's who you are. You want a happy, joyous existence, and that's where you will stay. You will know, everything is happening for your own benefit, and that's where you will stay with the mind. Any other thing that is happening here that is bringing you down is just an illusionary creation for experience.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's not you. It's just the game. It's just the experience. It's just the game, and you came here to play that game. If you can see it in that way, if you can see it as superficial as it is,
yeah,
then you will become what you are.
Everything you say right now is just perfectly fitting into everything, and just like it's filled up the missing pieces of what I was trying to put together, but I wasn't. Well, I was sure, but yeah, everything you said, I'm speechless, pretty much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the support makes me want to cry. I'll probably cry after this. But thank you so much. Thank you. I did need that. That's perfect timing. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you. Thank you here. Thank your physical self. Thank your higher self. Thank your angels that are around you. Thank your guides. Thank me. Thank my higher self. I'm thanking everybody. I'm thanking all because they were there even when I couldn't feel that they were there, and even they were even explaining how they could not be there because it was me. I had to kind of to come out of that and to see that, and I was going there to hug my crystal where one of my spirit guide is in Billy. I'll show you my crystal. And I was like, so you guys were there. I knew they were there, but I couldn't feel them, and I was like, oh, you guys just left me. That's how I felt. I felt alone at that point, but now I understand, and I'm so loving them so much. Billy is also a Sheila, even though you're already shielded right now, is doing whatever he can do to connect to you and your guides. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you got everything that I said, because I didn't know how to say it, and I just said, hey, just go there and you just talk. And because I'm just a conduit, and I'm so blessed. I'm so happy that it got to you, and you understood it, and you got it. You got this. You got this. And they got your back. We got your back, and you got it. You for us. We follow you. We support you. I have this strong trust. I have this 100% trust of my higher selves, and they just cannot stop amazing me. And you got the same. You're not alone. They're with you.
Yeah. That helps me tremendously. Tremendously. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Wow, I'll cry. Like, I just put my makeup on. I don't want it to run.
It's okay. Let it out. Please. It's okay. It's actually good. I mean, I'm the dude, and I grew up in Africa. They would have beat me up if they saw me cry.
Oh.
But I had to break my heart so many times, being and what you call it, evolving, ascending. You kind of have to do that because. So I had to get out of that version, I think. Yeah. So now I know that when I get to that vulnerable state, I just have to allow it. And I learned from my baby boy. He's only almost 2 years now in July.
Mm-hmm.
And from babies, when the energy is so heavy, they don't keep it in there. They don't keep that bullshit in there. They just let it out.
Yeah.
He just lets it out. I'm like, okay, you're letting it out. Good. And then when he lets it out, it's fine. It's like, okay, I'm good. I'm like, yeah. They should have taught me that when I was younger. They made me keep all those bullshit. And I had to go through hell to get that off.
Yeah.
You can let it out and just free yourself from it. Because that's the energy. That's the energy getting released. And that's the energy coming out. And once that comes out, there is a being that helps you convert that energy. There is a being that it will help you to take that energy from you when you breathe. And that's the being you're standing on, the being you're on right now, and that's Mother Gaia.
Yeah. Gaia.
Does that. And she helped me out yesterday as well. Only I knew she was always there. Because I had to let that energy out. So I'm like, Gaia, you see, they all run away. What's up? Guys, you'll be fine. Something. I'm like, okay, but I'm not feeling it. I was like, you cool, you good. She's always there.
Yeah.
So let it out. Breathe in, breathe out. Give it to Gaia. Let all those heaviness go.
Yeah, I do. I speak to Gaia. Well, Gaia speaks to me a lot. Like, I don't hear voices or nothing, but I get, like, impressions or, like, feelings.
Yeah, you feel her. That's what I get.
Yeah.
Then my voice translates whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just get it. You just get it. Boom, and then hey, what's up? And,
Yeah.
and then,
Exactly. Now I'm just, like, happy. I'm happy. Yes.
That's what's up.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
what's up.
I'm freaking happy. I'm excited. Just the confirmation and the support and everything. I'm happy. It's excellent. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
And to tell you the best part of it, even though it felt you and I did this for you, really, I did this for me. And you know what that means? You don't owe me nothing. So this made me happy. So you did this for yourself.
Yeah.
You did this for yourself.
I had a feeling too last night from the chat boxes. I was chatting with Alan. And
Was it Alan?
Firstborn. He changed his name to Firstborn. Yeah.
Firstborn. I think it was that. If you can extend some of your healing yourself, or how you to him, because that would help him as well.
Yeah. I've been wanting to help him too. I just didn't know how exactly. I've always gravitated toward him for some reason in the chats, but I never knew why. But now it feels complete. Now it's like it clicked.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
And he didn't cut me out from chat boxes, so it's freaking awesome.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
I'm happy now.
Yeah.
Oh, I was happy anyway, but I'm much more happy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
I had while I was going through it, right? I remember this teaching from Abraham Hicks, right?
Yeah.
You know Abraham Hicks?
Yep.
Where Esther lost a tape.
Yeah.
And she was looking for it, and he was getting that crazy and all that.
Yeah.
And until she truly stopped looking for it, it just turned up.
Yep.
And that was a reality switch. It was like it never happened, and that's what's happened to my phone. It's like it never happened. It's like my phone is even new. My phone looks new even. It's like I just reality from that.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned a lot from Abraham Hicks too.
Yeah. I love Abraham Hicks.
Yeah. Definitely.
Don't be a stranger now, Bianca.
Oh no, I won't.
Just get at me anytime, anything, even if you just want to say, hey, what's up, this is Chad, hey, I'm so excited right now, whatever. Or you say, I feel like crying tears of love and happiness, or whatever, whichever one. I don't want to mention the other polarity because no, we're not plugging into that. We're not choosing that. It can come in front of us and we shift. We just shift. We allow it and shift because we in the polarity world, but we see everything is neutral. That's the perspective. And then because that's what we're doing to this world, this matrix, that's what we're helping Gaia with. We want to come with a neutral love perspective. And then in our polarity matrix, we want to change that. We want to, transmutate that. And we do with our love.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yes, I'm definitely going to let all this sit in, and I'm going to contact Alan in a little while.
Yeah. Get yourself, incorporate all yourselves and all the vibration, chill out, relax, meditate, let everything sink in, and then when you're standing that tall, and happy, high vibrational, and then you can just pass a light to Alan. That way you have it abundantly, so you're just giving and nothing comes out of you. This is the way I see myself. I would never go tell someone anything unless I am more than 100%, and it's just flowing.
Yeah.
That's the reason I couldn't even. I had things in my head. I know this head is getting bigger, and knowing stuff. I had stuff I could say, but I didn't feel 100%. So my higher self had to come in and say, no, you have to go through this yourself. You have to understand what this is before you can really help. It looks like you've forgotten. That's what I told myself. I said, oh my God, I've forgotten how it feels to be here. Oh my God. It's like, the beginning, it's like the early 4D density. That's lower 4 density is where I'm kind of living my day to day. So I've really forgotten how that felt like. So I had to take myself back there. And it was worth it.
Yeah.
So please, I don't think I'll do it again, but I maybe.
Well, I'm glad it was, an outcome of it was to help me out.
The outcome,
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Very much.
Billy wants me to tell you that he's on call for you. So whenever you're doing any meditation or you feel any heaviness out there, not even in you, or you just see anything, Billy also wants to send Reiki. He wants to send his own Reiki, send whatever to make that energy lighter. You got Gaia, you got everybody, but Billy just said, that's my guy, the crystal. So it says he's there for you. He's connected to all the crystalline grid within Gaia and the crystal skulls, and he's a huge healer. So you can always connect. You do have crystals of your own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they could be friends as well. That's what he said.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Stay blessed.
Yeah, you too. Much love. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah, much love. I want to track.